You're back with another one. This time we got Best Action Anime of each year, 2011 to 2021, by VinnyTube. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. And I was going to do this idea from Daimyo Nobu Ego, but I look at the playlist and it's commercials that are all like most of them are 30 to 15 seconds. And it's like I don't know how to make a video on that. I'm gonna be honest with you, my guy. So, like, if you have something more solid that I can at least, make a video, because they're 15 seconds, there's not enough time for me to even know what just happened. Especially because I don't know enough about Fate Grand Order to comment on whatever's happening. So, let me something more solid I can work with. It's something that's more noob friendly, then I can work with it. It's crazy. Sometimes the comments don't pop up like this. It doesn't pop up unless I go specifically here. Okay. Sometimes they don't be popping up at all. I'll be doing my due diligence. I'm putting it in the playlist. Okay. Bet. Let's get to the video.
Anime popular for quite some time, and there are loads of shows to choose from. So how about I give you some recommendations on what I feel are the best action anime every year of the past decade or so. No movies or OVAs, just TV series and no sequels. Each year has a lot of strong contenders, but I'll single out the one that I think's the best among them. It's all my opinion, but hey, maybe you can finally make the decision to try out that show that you've been putting on hold for quite some time already. Before we get started, I urge you to subscribe to the channel. It just takes a second to do it, and if you're still unsure about it, maybe this video will convince you to hit that button and be the first in line for my next upload. 2011. Ah, what a year for anime. While most people will remember this year for 3 smash hits, Steins Gate, Fate Zero and Madoka Magica, I think that the action anime of the year is none other than Hunter x Hunter. It's really a close call between this and Fate Zero, which are 2 of my personal favourites. These shows really push the boundary of what we typically associate with action anime. People tend to associate Fate Zero with a dark and cynical outlook on things and its amazing animation and art, which still actually hold up now. The directing's superb and the voice actors really do an amazing job. Still, I narrowly give the edge to Hunter x Hunter for being more of a straight-up adventure series that I could recommend to anyone. Accessibility to the new anime fan looking for their first show is good, and I think Hunter x Hunter 2011 is one of the remakes that really improved on its original material. It's also a bright adventure that can smoothly shift to dark and serious tones with a lot of philosophical backdrops. Honourable mentions this year include Blue Exorcist and Dead Man Wonderland. I also enjoyed... No, not Dead Man Wonderland, no. Polarizing Guilty Crown and Future Diary a lot, and I'd say that those shows had their moments too. They're not popular shows without a reason. 2012. 2012 is officially where I think the isekai craze got its start when Reiki Kawahara became a household name. Axel World from early this year got a middling reception, but his Sword Art Online took the anime world by storm. Behind SAO and Axel World, there were a lot of action shows that I enjoyed here. Urobuchi continued his momentum from 2011 with the ever-popular Psycho Pass, and I found myself loving the Ellen action harem duo of High School DxD and Oda Nobuna. And lest we forget Magi, which I feel is one of the more underrated shonen for the quality of its world building and writing. But for 2012, I give the crown to JoJo.
Oh.
Why?
Really?
Well, JoJo's pretty much one of the most beloved shonen franchises out there these days, and this is when its anime started. It combines a lot of your typical hot-blooded shonen action with super over-the-top powers and execution that would put even Trigger to shame. But it's not just the craziness that it's got going for it. JoJo has a legitimately interesting overarching plot that spans multiple seasons and in-universe generations. It's a quintessential action series that you might want to check out.
Hold up. Okay, I might have an issue with that entry. Let's see. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure anime release date. I spelled release hard. Okay. October 2012. So there's no way. Okay, what about season 2? Ain't no way. Let's see, what episode? Oh, okay, that's a part. Okay, okay. I was about to say, ain't no way JoJo's is the best anime. Let me just go ahead and pull up a list of you know, 2012 anime release date or release. This is High School DxD, Sword Art Online. Okay, okay. Oh, Psycho Pass is there. Season 1 was so boring to watch as JoJo's. That's the only reason I'm having an issue with it. Like Magi, the first couple episodes boring. Apparently it gets better, but I haven't watched it yet. Psycho Pass, I would say Psycho Pass, because season 1 of Psycho Pass was so freaking good, and then season 2 got better. So stop it. Legend of Korra, stop it. Okay, but some of these are kind of booty. I'm not gonna lie, little booty cheeks. Yeah, little tiny booty, big tiny booty. Let me go ahead and just 2013. Let's see what the options are. Kill. Alright. Oh, that it's Attack on Titan. Let's go ahead and just
2013.
Yeah. First clip.
Speaking of scenes where their big hit Kill la Kill made its debut.
No.
If you want to talk controversial, this is the year Valvrave came out. Personally, I obviously love the action light novel shows with harem elements, and I found my thirst for that quenched with some rather niche titles like Date A Live, Machine Doll, and Strike
Why
the
did I just
Blood.
see some cheek?
But
That was so unnecessary.
What 2013 is all about. Kill la Kill, largely considered one of the best shows in that era,
is he saying
paled
Kill
in
la
popularity compared to the blockbuster of that year.
Yeah, okay, I was about to say, that's Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
No questions asked. With its very intriguing premise of survival, its
Yeah.
action horror ambiance, and how it goes out of the way to create a high-octane action show devoid of the usual anime tropes that non-fans could find weird, Attack on Titan made its mark all over the world. I dare say that it's probably the year anime really started to burst into the mainstream.
It was.
I'd also say SAO got the ball rolling,
It was that
but
show.
at the end, with the tropes it used, the fan service, and how it wrote the characters, it's still a show obviously made to be enjoyed by the more otaku side of the fandom. However, Attack on Titan shattered all boundaries that kept the normies away from the community. It also helps that Attack on Titan, throughout its seasons, constantly found ways to reinvent itself.
That's true.
It hooked the people with the survival horror premise of Season 1, and while the premise of humans fighting titans persisted towards the end of the next seasons, you'll find that the show has dared to branch into a lot of other areas like politics, morals, and humanity. This was truly a landmark year for anime. 2014.
It's a completely different,
with how much Attack on Titan took over the anime world, it's hard to make a breakthrough the year after that. And it's a shame because 2014 did have a lot of great action shows. This was the year 7 Deadly Sins started, and it was a legitimately fun action show before it got memed to death thanks to the subpar art and animation in the latter seasons.
Yeah, I was about to
There's
say, but
also
if we're only
Noragami
talking
and
about season
Tokyo
1,
Ghoul.
what?
And of course, how could I not mention my two light novel hits of the year, Mahoka and No Game No Life. The former had the luck to get a second season and an animated spin-off. The latter, well, not so much. At least No Game No Life's movie blows Mahokas out of the water. As a final honorable mention, I also enjoyed Black Bullet, despite being grossly disappointed in the adaptation's cut content as a source material reader. However, you see the problem. Besides Noragami, none of the shows above can be easily recommended to non-anime fans. Tokyo Ghoul feels a tad bit too edgy for the average normie, while the others have fan service that those same people likely wouldn't take too kindly to.
Yeah.
Thankfully though, 2014 also gave us my action anime of the year, Parasite.
Oh,
Parasite
that was
often
the
gets compared
Parasite
to Tokyo
year?
Ghoul with its edgy action style, but I feel that Parasite maintains more of a better balance between the violence and the message behind the plot. It feels more relevant to society as a whole, and I really like how the characters developed. Also, while it's not a knock on Tokyo Ghoul's first season, which is really enjoyable, Parasite at least wrapped up its story neatly in its one and only season, whereas the other show required multiple seasons, the latter ones which were rushed to oblivion.
Yeah, those were trash.
If you know
But I
someone
mean,
who's never touched anime before,
season 1 of Tokyo Ghoul was much better than than season 1 of Parasite to me. So like I really enjoyed Tokyo Ghoul season 1. I mean, they ruined the rest of it, but season 1 was so good. I was so hooked after that.
Wanted to recommend a show from 2014, then Parasite is my pick. Before we move on to our next entry, ever had a situation where you wanted to watch the titles I recommend? Best and watch ExpressVPN out movies as easy as it looks. The only thing button. In addition to bypassing the internet,
bro. When I get paid, I'm watching Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm getting HBO Max.
2015's
I can't do it anymore.
Action anime.
I'm not waiting.
Arslan, Overlord, and Danmachi take the forefront for action novel adaptations, but there are also some other novel adaptation hits like Chivalry of a Failed Knight and the polarizing Gate and Asterisk War. Also, there's a personal guilty pleasure and favourite of mine, Testament of Sister New Devil. On the manga side of things, we have Assassination Classroom making its big debut, and I myself have a soft spot for Seraph of the End despite people back then passing it off as an Attack on Titan ripoff with bleach weapons and gay vampires. But 2015 undoubtedly belongs to One Punch Man. It's not quite Attack on Titan in terms of how big of a cultural phenomenon it became, but One Punch Man seriously came pretty damn close to it. Attack on Titan,
he would wait until a Titan picks him up, battle bite him, just
and One Punch Man was the show perfectly poised to capitalize on that. At this time, superheroes were becoming the in thing thanks to the excellence of the MCU and the general awareness of them growing, and whether by chance or by intention, One Punch Man really did take advantage of that. It also helps that while the show is an exciting action series through and through, it does deliver the goods as a parody. It's a show that would at first be passed off as comedy due to how it pokes fun at the ridiculousness of shonen anime, yet at the same time becomes such an immersive and emotional roller coaster when you do actually watch it. The hype is real for One Punch Man, and while Season 2 is quite middling, Season 1 during its time was a legitimate cultural phenomenon.
Season 1 was great.
2016.
I'm gonna be honest, I haven't watched Season 2 yet.
Oh,
that's My Hero.
Another win for the Creator 1.
Yeah.
If 2015 is One Punch Man's year, the crown for 2016 goes to Mob Psycho. With all the shows that I've talked about so far, Mob
My
Psycho
Hero come out
could probably boast the
2016?
title of being the best in its much-renowned animation. However,
Or am I
animation
thinking
doesn't
2018?
make an anime, and luckily for Mob Psycho, it's got so much more going for it. It's got a very simple yet exciting storyline, and its characters are all interesting and well written.
Whatever year My Hero
Dynamics in the action
came
really
out,
make
that's
Mob Psycho
it's
feel
that
like a
that's the
cinematic
year for that.
production more than anything. People have compared this amazing show to a comic book flick, and it's not hard to see why. While I was quick to give Mob Psycho the crown, I won't pretend it was an easy win given what 2016 gave us. Superheroes never went out of flavour, and the year introduced My Hero Academia, a show which is still going strong to this day.
So it was.
It's also had a plethora of niche shows that I really enjoyed, such as 91 Days, Eldorado in the Sky, Bungo Stray Dogs, Twin Star Exorcists, and Drifters. Can you classify ReZero as action? Because that's actually...
Bro, I don't care. I know it's a meme at this point, but 2016 was the peak of human existence. I don't care what anyone says, bro. We had those hit anime come out that year. We had 2K16, the greatest 2K of all time. We had great music, great movies. Oh my gosh, life was at its peak, bro. Life was at its peak. What? Hold up, bro. Hold up. 2016. Music releases. Let's see. We have Views from Drake, The Coloring Book, Life of Pablo, Blonde. Oh my gosh. Malibu. Oh my gosh. I don't listen to Kevin Gates like that. Untitled. Oh my. Oh my. Oh, and that's when oh my gosh. That's when LeBron James became the GOAT to a lot of people. That's the 2016 Cavs beat the 73-9 Warriors. Oh my! Came back from a 3-1 lead. Oh my gosh! 2016 was great. 2016 was oh my movie. I ain't watched movies like that, so I'm like this might be cap. Movies might have been trash, but yeah, I don't think I've seen any of these. I'm gonna be honest with you. Split. I mean, I heard Split was good, but you know. Actually, I heard Split was actually trash. Sausage Party, I heard that was good. Back to anime. Let's see, we had, oh my, a silent voice. Oh my goodness. Oh. I feel like it's not the best, the biggest. Let's see, My Hero. Wait, your name rounding off the bed. Alright. Erase, Bungo Stray Dog. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. My Hero was the top for me. I don't know what he was talking about in this list. But Mob Psycho over My Hero. Nah, bro. Mob Psycho was amazing too. But My Hero, you know, it's got that My Hero hook, bro. It's got that My Hero hook.
For the year, given how much I love it. Hey, I even made a video essay on that, so you can check that out in the upper right corner. 2017.
That dude Deku
Compared
literally,
to the previous years, 2017 seemed more like a lull in terms of action anime, honestly speaking. Now that's if we exclude sequels, movies and OVAs. But don't get me wrong though, there's still quite a lot to like, such as Yujo Senki. The year also gave us Recreators, Inuyashiki, Fate, Apocrypha and Akashic Records.
What was Yugo Senki?
It's just
Isn't that
besides
like
Yujo Senki, none of these feel as if they made
Girl?
a big
Is that what it's
impact
called
on
in
the
English?
community as something like Overlord or One Punch Man. And that's not to discredit the 2017 shows, but it just goes to show that if you take the sequels, which included Attack on Titan, out of the way, the year felt quiet as far as action shows go. That is relative, and it's more of a testament to what blockbusters the preceding year gave us. For my 2017 pick, I'll direct you to a hidden gem of an anime, pun intended, in Land of the Lustrous. The premise is simple enough. You're given a cast of humanoid gems who fight for survival against enemies who abduct them and turn them into jewelry. However, you see the story unfold through the lens of one who's not exactly a fighter. Through Foss's perspective, we're then given a show that heavily deals with tragedy, self-image and loss. It's more than an action show, and it's an anime that I can confidently introduce to a non-fan, at least compared to something like Yujo Senki. The 3D presentation might discourage some people from watching the show, but it is actually surprisingly well done. If I were to look at an action show as a whole in terms of value and not just popcorn entertainment, Land of the Lustrous easily takes the top spot this year. 2018.
Alright.
As we inch closer to the end of the decade, we start getting into the action shows that made a fuss in the community for good or bad reasons. Who could forget Goblin Slayer's controversy?
Hell nah. Nah, don't remind me of that. Don't remind me of that. What did he say though there? What was
or bad reasons? Who could forget Goblin Slayer's controversy?
Okay, latest focus of conversation or controversy, depending on who you ask. The anime adaptation of Goblin Slayer for its violent sexual violence and brutal presentation. It's just blunt. It's just blunt in its violence. I mean, violence is not a bad thing, but what they did with that violence, that's the problem. That's why I didn't watch that anymore.
It's got some good action, and
so
it's
I was like, hell no, I'm out.
Enough of. Slime also started this year, and it's poised to be one of the big isekai hits in the coming years as far as anime adaptations go. If we're talking straight action that can see some mainstream appeal to non-fans, I think that few can top Megalobox for that year.
Ooh.
Combining a lot of classic Western aesthetics with an epic boxing setting made for a wondrous addition to the library of action anime. People have called it an exciting anime that looked like a heavy sci-fi cross between Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo, and it's easy to see why. It has its own unique style, from the presentation to the music, and has that nostalgic 90s feel that a lot of people have grown to love. But one of the main reasons I'd recommend this anime to someone is because how amazing the second season, which aired this year, was. And don't get me wrong, the first season was good and all, but the second season for me is just on another tier. Easily one of the best anime of 2021
I gotta finish second season.
So in a different
I literally
twist,
watched one episode, tried to do a video on it, and then I haven't gone back because I couldn't,
fans, those who went through the 90s and had taken a break from anime. It should bring back memories of those good old days that they'll surely enjoy reliving. 2019.
Now look. It's either between Slime or Megalobox for me. And Slime, on one hand, I'm watching it now. I love that show. That show is like, I didn't expect a name, like a show with a stupid name like The Time I Got Reincarnated into a Slime, to be so great. Like, honestly. But then again, Megalobox, like, I watched it before, not too long before. The first season, I was in my edge of my seat. I was literally like, that close to my TV, dead ass that close to my TV, bro. I was losing it in that show. I was like so hooked. I knew Nambu was going, you know, do a little Nambu action. It was a pretty much a basic setup of the manager who wants the best for both of you, but ends up falling victim to the mob. It's like, you know, like watch my Redline review. It's the same plot, the exact same plot. It's gonna be right here above my eyes, but it's the exact same plot of Redline, just with boxing instead of racing. And there's no spider monkey old man who runs in, shoots dead all the bad guys, and then they all get away happy. It's just that it's, you know, Nambu pays the price for yeah. I probably shouldn't have said that. If y'all haven't watched that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. Massive spoilers. But yeah. Let's keep going. Megalobox is above
Right, so
slime
we
for
all
me.
know what 2019's about. But first, let me talk about the honorable mentions. First up, I had a great time watching Dororo, Fire Force and Shield Hero, and I'd recommend those to anime fans. Wise Man's Grandchild is also a fun show to watch, although it only caters to a specific niche, so I can't easily recommend that one as much. The same can be said of Arifureta,
What year
but
did
this
Black
one also
Clover
had
come
the
out?
dubious distinction of possibly some of the
Was that
worst
this year?
CG and animation I've seen in an anime for a long time. PS1 Monsters in 2019, anyone? We all
Ugh.
know 2019 is the year of
Oh,
Demon Slayer.
yeah.
Breaking
Yeah.
into the mainstream
Okay.
like nothing's
Yeah.
ever done before. Heck, I think the Demon Slayer
Mhm.
craze has officially surpassed Attack on Titan, with the manga, the opening song, and even the recent movie shattering records left and right. But I give the nod this year to Vinland Saga. I just feel that as an action series, Vinland Saga just brings so much more to the table than Demon
I
Slayer.
haven't seen it.
I can understand why the latter became more popular, but where Vinland Saga lacked in the flashy, explosive UFO table animations and cool powers, it brought with it a more grounded and complete story, the way I see it. The narrative gets developed better, and the characters are a tier above Demon Slayer's characters in terms of writing and characterization. I'm not saying that Demon Slayer characters are bad or bland, because that's not the case, but Vinland Saga's cast just feels way better if we're going to look at it from a critical perspective. A captivating story of hardship and growth filled with epic action and very complex characters. Vinland Saga's my pick for 2019's action anime.
Hold up now. Hold up now. I mean, like, that's cool and all. That's cool and all. But I gotta see what the entire thing is. Plus, Black Clover anime release date. Like, what? 2017? That was not even talked about. That's kind of crazy. Black Clover was just snubbed like that. Black Clover is really good too. Underrated, honestly. People hated it at first, and then they're like, okay, Black Clover is pretty damn good. Black Clover is really good. Like out of nowhere. 2019 anime releases. Action anime releases. I probably should just do that. Yeah, Demon Slayer. Okay. Why did it not do? Okay, this is probably better. Wikipedia. I can always trust Wikipedia when it comes to not important stuff. Heaven's Feel 2 movie? I didn't know that came out then. Dororo. Rise of the Shield Hero? Okay. I was kind of hoping I'd get that other Bungo Straight Up. What? Oh, season 3. Okay, I was about to say, like, this is... No. This list... I just wanted a new release. Let's see. A new action. Okay, it's not gonna give me what I want. Whatever. I guess it's got it. I'm still going for Demon Slayer, though. Even if Demon Slayer was overhyped. Because some of those characters were just not... Some of those characters were annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Inosuke just annoys the crap out of me, and it's not because it's Bryce Papenbrook. It's because it's it's because it's just his character in general. It's like, bro, why are you even here? You don't. You're strong, but you don't know what you're doing, bro. You're just a wild animal. Like I hate you. Like I hate you. Tanjiro worked so hard. You're literally just running up here, just like being an idiot. Like nah. I hate Inosuke, bro. I really hate Inosuke. That's my least favorite like character in that show. Off rip. He's probably like close to top spot of a character who's not evil. You know, like top. There's different reasons of dislike versus like Shinji with Inosuke. Shinji is just a piece of trash, garbage, disgusting piece of ugh. But Inosuke is just annoying to me. He's just mad annoying. Like, bro, shut up and start fighting, or shut up, stop being weird, bro. Just stop screaming in my ears. Oh my gosh.
2020 for me will always be the year of delays due to the real world circumstances, as well as the year of sequels. If we take all the sequels, movies and OVAs out the way, you're actually left with a few gems. I had a blast with the trio of edgy action titles Dorohedoro, Darwin's Game and Gleipnir. The Dragon Quest anime was also fun, and the duo of Princess Connect and Bofuri are probably two of my favourite chill action shows the past year. But things would change in this rather slow year for non-sequels as it marched towards the end with what I can feel to be suspiciously Demon Slayer's spiritual successor, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay.
No, the two shows aren't related, but I think the Demon Slayer's smashing success had a bit to do with Jujutsu Kaisen getting the green light. I mean, there's also the revival of Shaman King and Bleach not long after. It's like that time when many shows with the Attack on Titan approach got greenlit.
Where is it?
Garbaneri of the Iron Fortress, Black Bullet, Seraph of the End, and God Eater. Whatever the case, though,
I'm still waiting for the
action
Bleach.
shonen are back on the menu, and Jujutsu Kaisen is now leading the charge. Like Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen is a show mostly carried by how good it looks. The action's good, the characters are relatable and likable, and the powers are interesting. That's basically the recipe you use to turn in a winner in the realm of action shonen, and Jujutsu Kaisen passes the test with flying colors. Every other episode gave us a moment or a reveal that set the whole anime community ablaze with discussions, and I'd say that you've got to give a lot of credit to the animation team for that.
This show does look beautiful.
2021. And here we are, 2021, and we're still reeling from the effects of 2020. On the bright side, the anime industry seemed to have recovered and stabilized from the shock of early 2020, and there have been a lot less delays now. 2021's still not over, so we can't know for sure whether this will hold. But as far as an action anime goes, I'll give the title this year to Vivi Fluorite Eye's Song. I didn't know what to expect out of Vivi Fluorite Eye's Song at first, despite the fact that the guy behind ReZero was involved in it. It's an understatement to say that the show just blew me away with its incredible animation and an often underrated aspect in action anime, the music. And it packages everything in a very well placed action anime that has quite the depth in terms of themes, one that's becoming more and more relevant as society gets integrated with technology. Despite Vivi winning the title for 2021's Best Action Anime, the year has had a lot of strong contenders. Vivi just felt to be the most complete for widespread appeal, for lack of a better term. The violence isn't extreme, the fan service is little to non-existent, and the story's well paced and has a good conclusion. You have 86 for those who want tragedy, drama and military in their action series. 2021 also unleashed Mushoku Tensei, known as the granddaddy of isekai for a lot to the world, and by the looks of it, it seems that it will stay for good. We have a long ride ahead. If you prefer something that involves time loops, however, why don't you try Tokyo Revengers? It has a gripping plot that continues to keep me on the edge of my seat. Whew, that was a long discussion. I'll be glad to talk.
The fact that he just kind of skipped right past Fire Force, like didn't really give it a little breakdown, kind of hurts me too. Because Fire Force is so beautiful. It honestly, it's like a contender of one of the most beautiful anime out there. Because Fire already looks beautiful, like, you know, not like I'm not crazy. I'm not like setting things on fire, like setting it ablaze. But I'm saying like Fire Force looks really good. You know? Like animation, like animated Fire can look really good if you put the effort into it. So that's what I'm saying. It looks like one of the best anime out there. Put a top tier anime, top tier visual anime. All right, yeah, that's gonna be it. Honestly, watch 91 Days. It's really good. I know he also skipped over that. I was like, ooh, but like 91 Days is really good. Go ahead and yeah. I'm out. Peace.